Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of Good Day, Bad Day, where you guessed it, we're going to talk about who had a good day and who had a bad day over at Millville or Spring Creek, whatever you want to call it. I call it Millville. I don't even know why they kind of switched that name, but or the reasoning behind it, but to me it's just Millville. There a whole bunch of stuff happened that we'll get into more on the podcast that my brother and I will do together, more deep dives. And on this, it's just instant reaction. I've recorded a couple of them so far. They're a lot of fun to make. I enjoy doing it. You guys seem to enjoy watching them. And it's presented by Yoshimir R&D. So if you guys are out there in the market for an exhaust, some mountain bike parts, a whole bunch of cool stuff. They're in Chino too. So if Chino, California, I keep forgetting that a lot of people that aren't from California watch this. So Chino, California, they do a bunch of cool stuff. If you're in the market for anything, go check them out. Support the companies that have been supporting me and 23 Media as a whole. Really mean a lot to me. So let's just jump right into it. And realistically, this could be the one and only thing that we talk about. But Jeremy Martin, he had himself a good day. That dude went out and got the Moto 2 win. And I think he pulled the whole shot. And I think him and the gate guy might have been in cahoots. I don't know that for sure. But he timed that gate so perfectly that it was like, maybe there is something to, them being on the same page. Maybe a little tinfoil hat conspiracy. I don't know. But to me, it was really cool to see Jeremy Martin, the career that he's had. It makes it even more special because he was kind of struggling this year a little bit. I know he only did select races and stuff like that, but and he's missed some time. He's just, there's a lot of stuff going on. But for him to do it, of course it was at his track. You could say the only reason why he did that is because it was at his track. It doesn't matter. For the story of him, and this is why we love motocross, are storylines like this. It was at his track. He's retiring. I don't think he should retire. I think that he should race that race every year and keep his national number. I don't know how it works with the single digit number thing. I don't know if that's different, but why not? Why not race every year? I mean, you did it that well. Why not just keep it going, keep it rolling? You know what I mean? I don't know why. I think I would. It would be hard for me to be like, all right, I'm going to sit out this race every year when you just won it. I think it would be kind of cool, like how John Dowd, I think, did Southwick. Doug Henry did a few. There were some other tracks that riders will come out and just race only that one. There's a lot of people that do it at Southwick, right? We hear about those guys all the time. But Jeremy Martin, to be able to do what he did was absolutely incredible. It was something that I never in a million years imagined. I never thought that he would be able to win a race. I thought maybe he could get a podium being that it was at his track, but what he was able to do and beat Hayden, which to me also had a good day. Dude won the overall, and he didn't do that good last week, so he answered back. But to beat Hayden Deegan, it was absolutely incredible. You know what I mean? For him to get that win, and it seems like, to me, that is a good dude to maybe have in Hayden's corner. And the entire, because Jeremy Martin has had such an interesting career. He's done a lot, and he's won championships. He's done a lot, and I think Hayden, it would be good to have somebody like that in his corner. You get bits and pieces from different people and make it your own. That's how I started 23. Jeremy Martin it was just incredible. I don't know. There isn't enough words to be able to accurately depict the feeling of what it was like seeing him get that win. And I know it had to have meant a ton to him. Congratulations to him, his family, all of his friends, his sponsors, all that stuff. That had to have been just a flat out amazing feeling. And I'm super stoked for the guy. You couldn't have asked for anybody else to kind of go out like that on a better note than him. He's such a good dude. It seems like everybody in moto kind of gets along with him and has good things to say about him, which isn't always the case. So that was pretty cool. It was one of those good guy got the win kind of a thing. But it was really cool to see. So I could really just end this video with him, but there's a whole bunch of stuff to talk about on good days, bad days. But who also had a good day? Hayden Deegan, like I said, He had a great day getting back on the top of the podium and getting the win, the overall. He needed to do it. He couldn't have a few races where it was just kind of like, what was going on here? Dude's just flat out fast. I love watching that guy ride. And Joe Shimoda. Joe Shimoda is putting together his speed and the consistency. It's starting to get there, and it's starting to continue to improve, and it's really good to see. I like Joe. He's a good dude, so I like seeing him to be able to do that. And then you have who had kind of a bad day. It's kind of, this is where it gets kind of hard because I don't want to label somebody having a bad day when they get a crash, but it's something of note to bring up. And I've said it before. I'll dive a little deeper on the podcast about it. But Seth Hammaker is just, he did not have a good day. I know he crashed. I get it. It sucks. And it's just one of those things where the reason why is the dude was almost the Supercross champion. So for him to be able to, I guess, back that up or back that performance up, he's just not doing it, and that kind of solidified yesterday. Like, it's continuing to happen again and again and again. And it just kind of sucks to see, because Hammaker's a good dude. But yeah, he just did not really have the best day. Vial, you could even put Vial in that category of not having a good day. I don't know what that dude's going to do in 450s. I don't know. That's conversation for the podcast, not for here. So who else in 250s? Tell me. You tell me. Austin Faulkner also had a pretty good day, finishing top 10. That was his best race of the season. So you tell me. You sound off. You let me know. I could be wrong. I could probably miss 1,000 people. That's okay. That's what this here is here for. It's an open forum. We're here to talk. It's all right. It's a safe space. There's no wrong answers. Okay. Now moving on to 450s. Obviously, Jet, anytime Jet wins, you could label him as having a good day, but I'm not going to give it to him this time. He just had a normal day. But Hunter getting the first moto win, that was a good day. When you look at who has been able to beat Jet, or who's faster, or who's shows more speed than Jet, you pretty much have Eli Tomac showed it, Chase Sexton has showed it, and Hunter Lawrence has shown that he can be faster. Who else? Who else has shown that they can run in front of Jet Lawrence? There's not many. And for Hunter to continue to kind of go on an incline of like what his performance is, it's actually super cool, and it's super good to see. He's continuing to just progress. Cam, his mechanic, I know they've been working super hard of trying to get that thing dialed, and it seems like they're pretty much there. I would say Hunter had a better setup than Jet did. It looked like Hunter's bike was a little bit more balanced, and just performing a little bit better. So they're doing a really good job. I mean, it's just a really cool thing to see. I mean, being able to do that with your brother at that level has got to be one of the best feelings in the world. I enjoy doing the podcast with my brother, and that's cool. But like, to be able to race a professional sport, making millions of dollars with your brother, has to be the best feelings ever. And for him to get that win from him, I'm sure that felt pretty sweet. And so I'll label him as having a good day. He probably had the best day on the 450s. And then you had RJ Hampshire getting a 4th overall. I've said it for a long time. RJ is better suited for the 450. I didn't know. I kind of expected him to be like a 5 through 7 guy, which is kind of where he's at. But he's slowly starting to become a podium contender, and he's getting faster. He's getting stronger. He's doing all the right things that, in my opinion, is super impressive. And he had himself a good day getting 4th overall. You could say that Prado had a bad day. You could say that Tomac had a bad day. I don't want to harp too much on Prado, only because you know that he's not gelling with the bike, or he's not, whatever, something's going on, right? But it's a consistently, not accurate, but it's just something that continues to happen again and again and again. And so it's like Prado didn't have the best day. I will kind of label him as not having a good day. But who really did not have a good day was Tomac. Tomac is not, I know he got 7th overall. I get it. But he's not riding anywhere near the expectation of everybody kind of put him as. And this is a couple races in a row, right? Where he's not really, it seems like he's fading. He could be sick. He could be injured. He's ridden through injuries before. I don't know. I wasn't there this weekend. I am going to be at Washougal. I'll try and poke around a little bit. When you're there in person, it's a little bit easier to get information because people don't really want to say it through text or anything. And understandably so, right? But something's going on with Tomac. I don't know what it is. I mean, maybe you guys know. Maybe you guys might have the you guys might have the solution to the world's problems. There you go. Took me a second, but I got there. You guys might have an idea of what's going on. Let me know in the comments. Tell me. Say, hey, I saw this on this one. I, talked to Joe out in Alabama and he said this. I don't know. You drop those comments and let me know your guys' thoughts on them. I mean, you could kind of say a lot of people had a good day yesterday with the 450s, but I mean, overall, it was just kind of, to me, Hunter is what stood out. RJ stood out. A couple other people did, like you had Barsha kind of doing, or not kind of, but doing a lot better. Mookie had a pretty good day. Cody Schock him doubling down that hill was just unreal. But yeah, so a lot to digest. I think that my brother and I will kind of really deep dive into a lot of this stuff on the podcast, but I really enjoy just kind of doing like the instant reaction kind of thing, whatever you want to call it. It's pretty fun to do. So yeah, hope you guys enjoyed it. Like I said, whether I'm dumb, whether you think I'm smart, whether you think anything, I don't care. Drop it in the comments, drop it wherever. I don't care. Just let me know. Send me a DM. If you don't want it on YouTube, send me a DM and we can hash it out there. But I really enjoy you guys watching these things. It means a lot to me, and we'll see what Washougal has in store. I think it's going to be pretty exciting. But thank you guys for watching. Thank you guys for listening. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and I'll see you guys soon.